Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Generation Iron podcast. Your host, me, Victor Martinez, along with Ehsan Farahi, Vlad Yudin, and Edwin Mejia. We're here with back question of the week.
Yeah, another big week here. Thanks, guys, for submitting your questions. And again, once again, if you submit your questions, you get a chance of getting them picked by Vic, and you'll get your chance of winning a Dialed Mood RTD product. Shout out to Dialed Moods. Amazing RTD drink. You get no jitters, no crashes. Highly recommend their flavors. Now, the question comes to us from Gabriel Suarez, 3046.
Yes, two questions, actually.
Two questions, actually. So, Vic, can you explain the rebound phase and different ways to approach it?
Ooh, the rebound, it could be both good and bad. The bad, obviously, you've been dieting for so long, your stomach is already used to kind of processing food a little bit slower. Again, healthier, low salt, less sugars, and you're feeling good, you're healthy, less body fat. Now, you're done doing the show, don't know whether you did, water pills, any diuretics, any of the sorts, but you're going to start eating food like it's going out of style. The problem with that is a lot of things tend to happen. One, your water retention, which is very, very, very bad and unhealthy. Also binging, which is also not that good. And at the same time, you start retaining this extra water, you start getting edema. It starts affecting your heart, many other areas. And also you get that big, giant, weight gain in a short period of time. And that's when, I say it becomes hammer time. I know you're gonna feel good, you're feeling puffy, you're feeling swollen, but it can affect everyone differently. Hormonal imbalance, the sodium, your heart, sugar rush, it can go wrong so many ways. It has to me, when I gained the, 60 pounds in whatever, 3-4 days.
That was a crazy story, man, 60 pounds.
Yeah, and again, I didn't know how to handle the rebound because it was the beginning stages of me working out. So I would just basically not work out. All I wanted to do was eat because you just got off the stage and you just want to eat, and you are going to eat. I'm not going to say don't eat, don't binge, just eat, but don't stop working out. Put that high caloric intake into use. Continue going to the gym, obviously not to the same level you were doing it pre-contest, but at least let's circulate all those calories. Let's get to the gym, let's work out.
How about cardio?
The cardio will definitely help you circulate the food. You notice a lot of athletes, from any category, whether it's from bodybuilding to fitness to bikini, they'll eat that Saturday night, but the next day you see everybody right back in the gym, I didn't go to the gym, I went to the club. No. That's why I burn my calories.
That was my next question. How much alcohol you can drink?
I went to the club, I drank the alcohol, I ate the pizza, I would eat a whole pie. But I kept moving, I kept going. I also did a photo shoot for 8-10 hours. I would do a photo shoot, and that's one of the things why I used to appreciate the photo shoots the day after the show. Wow. I will have to say, definitely do the cardio, pace yourself. That's the negative part that could happen. Now, the positive is if you're a hard gainer, this could be a way for you to actually start putting on extra muscle.
Bulking up.
Yeah.
Wow. Good rebound is perfect for teenagers. Growing.
Yes, use the rebound. And again, it's not anybody who's juicing or anything like that. Rebound can happen to anybody who just started a diet. I think the effect turns out to be worse when you do use diuretics.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, because now your body got rid of extra water. So now your body's gonna purposely hold the water once you start drinking it. And with the sodium intake, you're eating, basically bad food, whether it's McDonald's, pizza, burgers, it's high sodium. So now your body's gonna retain that, and it's you definitely should just work out. Use it to your best abilities to gain the extra muscle. But the worst thing you can do on a rebound is do nothing at all.
That's actually a good point. And I want to understand when people start a year and they go to the gym for 2 weeks straight and then they get off the diet or they don't go to gym for 2 days and then they suddenly give up and they don't.
Yeah.
They stop going. Why do
It's a
you
crash.
Even if you stop for 2 days, you can always go on the third day. Why
Yes.
stop completely? I never.
Usually that happen into that person done the show, but they're not success, and then they don't want to go back again to the same routine, the same thing, because he's tired and then he's not achieve anything. But
Oh yeah, that too.
that moment time is exactly moment time to you grow up, to growing the muscle, growing your mindset, growing everything.
Definitely. You can slow down, don't go back to the same exact routine before pre-contest, but you're going to notice when you are experiencing the rebound, you are eating all those calories, that first set is going to be like, it's going to feel like your third set because the pumps are just, tripled. And just,
But always be careful because the rebound, it's the perfect time for getting injury. You have a lot of power of the food, but muscle is not that fatty to control the movement. It's turning.
and joints and your joints too. Yeah.
Next question, which is in many ways similar to diets, but and a great question because this comes up a lot in many different forums and with many different publishers. And here at Generation 9, we've had many experts chime in on this as well. And the question is, hey Vic, what do you know about the blood types and their diets, and do you believe in them? So essentially, he's asking if there's a blood type of diet for each individual blood type.
People tend to argue this one. There's no blood type, there's no this, but in reality, I think your body, that's why they do now the allergy test. Some people feel like, I'm not allergic to anything, but then they realize when they do the allergy test, blood type test or anything like that, they're going to notice if you avoid those certain foods, they're going to notice less bloating, less reaction, easy digestion. People think they're not allergic, but in reality, your body's only, reaction to food that you're allergic to is retaining water. You digest less. Your stomach just starts, expanding, the bloat. So I think they do work. And I think when you've, done everything, from dieting, from training to supplements and nothing works, I think this is definitely one of the ones you should definitely try.
What's it called? Just the allergy test? Just what's it
A
called?
blood type test.
Blood type test.
Yeah, blood type diet.
For the blood type, it's not specifically just for the diet. Bodybuilding is inside and outside the body because we are playing with the food, we are playing with the nutrition, carbohydrates, protein. So we are building inside and outside at the same time. That's why it's very hard and different for all sports.
Exactly. So, I think the recommendation is to really do some research on what your blood type is, how do you optimize your health, and it has to do with maybe doing an allergy test, doing blood types, all that stuff. And that'll always help you in the long run. I think that all of us are looking to optimize our lifestyles and our health and our nutrition. So I think those are good insights to have and learn.
Yeah, it might not. It might not work for everybody. It's kind of like the person who suffers from either gout or celiac or any of those types. It's like they have to eat certain foods. They can't eat certain types of food.
I did the gut test.
What did you discover?
And the result come out, I have to stop drinking black tea, which is, I grow up with black tea. I'm a Persian.
Right.
And pistachio, which is, I take it every day.
You don't eat that anymore.
So I stop right now for 1 year, all blowing, go away. I have a pain in my shoulder for a year. That was the gas. I don't know what the effect.
Inflammation.
Yeah,
actually.
So I stopped eating pistachio and drinking tea.
Just pistachios or all nuts?
Just pistachio.
It just varies. Again, for some people, and a lot of people actually, they can pretty much eat anything.
Yes.
They have freaking bellies like hyenas, man. Can digest freaking bone like nothing. But it's, like I said, is try everything. This can be a last resort or the first resort. Again, depending on your gut health.
Yeah. Yes. Well, that brings us to many different topics. But congratulations again to Gabriel Suarez 3046 for submitting your questions. You got this week's winner of Dal Moods. You have your choice and your choice of a flavor for RTDs, and obviously there are many products here at Generation Iron. that brings up a lot of topics, especially around holiday season, right? That have to do with, how do you avoid getting fat? How do you avoid getting, putting on all these calories and
Holidays.
Well, that's why you gotta
calories.
love, living in the Northeast, man. We got the winter. Screw that. Imagine trying to living in Florida, California. You have to like always nice weather and always.
Exactly.
Nah, man. Give me my winter, man. Give me my
This is
winter.
for me.
I'm gonna get fat, man. So I've been getting fat. I'm enjoying it. I don't need it, but it's just gotta enjoy it. We take advantage of it. Some people go a little bit too far.
Way too far.
Way too far. But I mean, too far is basically when you have to walk around with an oxygen tank.
Jeez. Well,
That's too far.
What's a dirty bulk exactly? And do bodybuilders actually do it?
It's just eating a burger from a hooker. No.
So when you
Wow. That's dirty.
No, dirty bulk, I mean, is basically not in your diet plan.
You basically eat burger, fry, but
Everything.
we eat a lot of it, right? You
You want to bulk
yes.
up. It just breaks up the monotony of always dieting. I feel like when you eat too clean all year round, and I always have this with my clients, with my athletes, it's like eat a little bit bad before you actually start the diet. Because when you start dieting, what are you going to do, to get leaner, to get, more ripped? There's nothing to change.
Yeah.
You've been eating the same all year round. Now you're starting your diet. The only thing you can do is what? Lower your calories.
right after your
That's it.
system, take it off your system,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
go to diet.
So it's kind of like tricking your system. You're tricking your system, and the dirty bulk it might be loading dirty than a dirty bulk, because if you bulking too much with bad food, you're gonna put on a lot of fat.
Yeah, we've covered it on Generation Iron a lot, and it's mostly, I think, a lot of it has to do with excessive macros on your macros, excessive calorie intake. Obviously, dirty bulking could be associated with carb overloading and all this other stuff, but essentially that is dirty bulking. It's not like a lean bulk per se, right? Where you have more clean carbs, clean proteins, and you're consuming a lot more proteins, but they're cleaner proteins, right? Cleaner calories.
One of the interview for Hadi Chupan, he doesn't believe as a bulk off season.
I saw that. Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he said
It's
all.
big all year round.
Yeah,
It's
he said
But
you don't need bulky to be add muscle basically.
Basically in shape all the time.
Yeah.
But Akeem Williams told us a story here actually that him and Juan Morel ate McDonald's for a year straight.
I know.
That's a dirty bulk.
That's the dirty bulk.
Can you dirty
Juan
bulk
was
for a
awesome.
whole year straight? I mean, that's a lot.
I mean, you can. It's just, again, I mean, the quality that you're gonna put on. Again, some people could burn a lot of those calories and put on good muscle.
Juan Morel can definitely burn.
I think it was Michael Lockett. I swear, Michael Lockett, I never seen him carry a meal ever backstage to a show. He would be carving up with potato chips.
Wow.
It's like some people genetically can do it. Juan Morel, another example. He could eat freaking, I mean, that's how he found it,
The cookie company.
cookie dealer, He would just eat, cookies, and a lot, very few actually. That's when people think they can do it. And then when they realize they put on so much fat and they can't lose the fat.
That's what dirty bulking is. And I think
Yes.
that is exactly what it is when you're putting on too much calories and too much fat.
Too much fat.
Where it does not allow you to process your food correctly, I guess, and also does not allow you to build proper muscle. So essentially, it's not necessarily recommended to do dirty bulk if you're a bodybuilder, or if, in general, if you're looking to compete. It's probably not a good idea.
I mean, there's some people that over diet too much. They get to a show and I see their skin kind of hanging, and it's not, they're posing, and I don't see the skin tightening when they pose. That's when I tell them, you know what? You need a pie.
Yes.
You need a peak, you need something, because now it's like you have so much room, so much excess skin. Like, let's push that out. Let's push that out against the, your skin, that muscle. And, when people over diet for too long, zero carbs, which I think is bizarre when people do zero carbs
Yes.
and now you're about 2-3 days out from the show, you start carbing and wondering why the hell my body's not filling out. You know, it's because your body's used to that
empty,
long time
yes.
of zero carbs, which I think is
Can you ask you a
It's
question?
wrong.
Can you do a zero sugar week or 3 days? Are you able to
you
do
can
that?
do zero sugars,
Yes.
you know what I mean? But
Have you done that, and how are you capable of doing that?
I mean, I wasn't even eating sugars, I don't believe. I think my biggest, when I really dieted hard, my biggest cheat was probably cashews, you know, the rice cakes, you know, and sugar-free Jell-O.
How about peanut butter?
Yeah. Peanut butter, I would do it. I
Peanut
really
butter with
tend
the
not
rice
to do
cake?
too much of it.
With the rice cake? Come on.
I know, but that's the thing. That's the thing when you get the peanut butter effect. You have one scoop and it's like
you wanna do
you
more.
start in a frenzy.
It's a sugar rush.
Yes.
You know, there's a big article I actually read about how like when tobacco companies purchased a lot of the food companies, they wanted to make allegedly food more addictive. So they changed
It
up
is.
certain things in it. That's why, you know, like you can't eat just one, like potato chips, cookies, because they put something in there that your brain just cannot. Obviously, sugar is a big part of it, but there's also other
Definitely.
preservatives in there that we're actually working on a project about this right now. But so I'm doing a lot of research, and yeah, this site they tweaked the formula after they got the companies that make the snacks. So you
I mean,
basically
right,
become
you could
addicted.
come out right now. No, sorry, I didn't cut you off.
No,
But you
no.
could come out right now with, I don't know, freaking Generation Iron freaking donuts. You're gonna do good.
Sounds good.
It's sugar. You know, people are just addicted to sugar. It hasn't
definitely.
changed. I don't care how
Just
many
as long as you
gyms
put
And
in
salt.
there-
I don't care
And
how
salt, too.
conscious. Yeah, it's either
Salt.
you're either sugar freak
salt,
or
yeah.
salt fanatic.
Sweet or savory, basically.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So it's one
It's
of
more
those
sweet.
things. I don't care how healthy we are.
it's
We still
more
go
sweet.
back. We still go back to
How
what.
about those products where you see the I'm not gonna name names, but you see those protein bars and cookies where like they have
So much
20
sugar in
grams of protein, but there's about 35 grams
just
of
the
sugar.
false
Yes.
pretense of healthy.
Cover it up with a
You
label.
cover it up,
Yeah.
you know, health
Right.
bars, you know.
Yeah.
You cover it up, you know. I mean, they're only healthy if you're, you know, lost in the freaking mountains and, you know, you have it with you and then it's perfect.
Trail mix.
Yeah. you know, but
I was watching a clip a few days ago from 1940 in New York City. I didn't see any fat person in the street.
Oh yeah. I've seen those videos.
You know what I mean? You see that video, yeah? I was watching the
I think it's wrong to say fat these days. You got to say
they
overweight.
weren't fat, but everybody was smoking.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was smoking because they were smoking too much.
That's a smoke. That was the style. It's smoke like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
style.
Which is what aligns well with what Vlad is saying is that these companies
And
that
women
are
were obedient.
tobacco companies are
Yeah.
now these food
That's
companies.
exactly what you say. The company
yeah,
food
yeah.
No.
corporation is always like that. You know.
But then women were obedient too. They would like stay at home. They didn't challenge a man's word.
Vic,
You know, it's like, you know, there's a lot of shit that went on in the 40s.
This is not that podcast.
And that was so right, you know. Was that when America was great? I don't know, man. I don't want it.
Vic, you're gonna get a lot of hate for that one.
the problem is food that moment in time wasn't corporation thing. Exactly what Vlad said.
Everything was organic back then.
Organic. They
didn't have levels like now.
People care about other people. I mean,
Yeah.
the company say, I don't want to put this one because of the people, you know? And
Yeah.
I don't
They're
know,
selling
right
addictions,
now-
basically. That's what they do.
I mean, but the 40s, bro. I don't give a
We in the 20s,
So-
the roaring 20s now.
We spoke about the dirty bulk, right? Now, I heard on social media, not the best place to get information, but this guy was talking about a dirty cut. So what he was saying is when he's doing a lot of dirty bulking, he does a dirty cut, which is basically
That's
fasting.
the same
for
guy.
I don't know. It is some guy.
Everything he likes is dirty, man. What the hell?
I don't want to recommend this to anybody, but I want to get your opinion. So basically, he's fasting for 24 hours. Then he drinks a bunch of alcohol. Then he goes to sleep, wakes up in the morning, and he says he's shredded. Have you heard of anything like this before?
Well, you don't wake up and wind up like Alanis Morissette or freaking Marilyn Monroe. I
Does
don't
he
know.
wake up
What the hell
after,
is that,
wait a
bro?
minute, 24-hour fasting,
Fasting?
and
But
then
is this,
drinking?
no, but what is
Drinking?
it? Is
Yeah.
this competing though? Is this competing?
I think
No.
he's
Just
just you know, fitness guy.
Nah, man. But what? I don't understand. What is the point? What is he trying to do? Just look
ripped.
good for one day?
I guess, yeah.
Well,
Have you heard of alcohol doing the cutting, basically?
I mean, the cut. A lot of people drink backstage, just to at least,
Ronnie Coleman did it.
No, the drinking was
Still.
just basically vasodilator. You just basically drink a little, and you come out more veins, more vascular. That's it. But in reality, I mean, I know guys who were working out for 50 years drinking before the gym.
Before the gym.
Yeah, needless to say, they're not here anymore. But it just becomes a problem. It becomes a problem because
They were drunk in the gym, actually, or they just tipsy? Like, how does that work?
I mean, you could light a match. I think you would have started a fire in front of them.
Wow.
In between sets.
Wow. Damn. Do you see that there's more people who are having issues with alcohol than sugar and sweets and salt?
Also, sugar and alcohol too, right? So it's kind of connected.
Yes.
Very similar.
I mean, it's just, people just get into alcohol like anything else.
I think the addiction
is
for
there.
sugar is much more than alcohol, but people not talk about it.
Right.
Yeah, way more, because I don't think you're going to be selling your body to get sugar,
Yeah.
or anything like that. But
Exactly.
But there's always a problem. But when it becomes so mainstream, like sugar, it's like it's so normal.
Yeah.
I mean, you find yourself going to Crumble, waiting in a freaking 20 minutes just to get a damn cookie. It's just ridiculous.
Crumble's getting destroyed in the comments, so people like hating on Crumble.
Yeah, it's 800 grams of sugar in those
I mean, you
things.
can hate them, but guess what?
insane.
You're eating them. I mean, everybody's buying them. Like I said, you could come out with another brand of cookie or freaking donuts, and you're gonna do good. I mean, it's just. Come on, you come out with better donuts. There's actually better donuts now than Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts, but why are they still doing so good?
What's your favorite donut or cookie place in the city? Insomnia cookies?
Dole Donuts, baby.
Dole Donuts?
Dole Donuts. They mess me up, man. I can't eat Dunkin' Donuts. They screw me up. Now I eat Dunkin' Donuts, I could taste all the freaking binders and everything else that's crap in there. It's like so bad, but they're just good. They basically took something that people loved, and they just added a little bit,
More
better
sugar.
quality stuff. The sugar's the sugar. That's the thing. They got into a business that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's like protein. You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
What's your favorite donut? Is it plain or you like
Donut, man.
fillings?
I like I think every donut he makes is good.
Apple? What are apple?
I mean, dulce de leche. I think the cheesecake one.
Wow.
The chocolate. Oh, damn, man. I'm gonna have to pay him a visit. I'll tag you guys when I'm there. Maybe I go tonight. All right, so run out of donuts by 5, though.
So, dirty cut, you do not recommend to anybody, right, with alcohol?
Dirty cut.
Don't
guys,
try.
Not do it, okay.
Not healthy. You'll wind up getting alcohol poisoning. Might not even wake up, and that could be your last day of being shredded. I don't know.
This is the best recipe if you want to lose your liver.
That's it, man.
24-hour fasting and
Yeah.
then drinking.
Yeah, go ahead, poop your liver. Do the dirty diet, whatever.
All right, let's talk about this video. Again, we always, once in a while, we go into these slap contests, we analyze these videos, or some weird fighting with kicking in the testicles. Remember we saw that video?
Yes.
So this one, so what are
What's
they,
wrong?
people
The
keep
man
doing
of-
this for what? Like, just who wants to watch this? It's like
No,
so
it's
weird.
just likes, and it's for that freaking mediocre, no sex having, schmo that's home.
He
Gets
has
a
a
rise
mommy
out of
issue.
it.
He has a mommy issue.
Mom issues, hates his mother,
Oh my God.
Probably has some, what is it, Epidus, the guy who was it, what's his name?
But the other day I was watching the one bodybuilding show. One woman and one guy next to each other on the stage, posing next to each other.
Really?
Yes.
What do you
competing
mean?
against
About
each other?
that.
What do you mean, pose?
As a pose, as a guest posing.
Oh, guess
Oh, no, I mean, no, that
That's
was
different.
cool. Yeah, that was different,
That's
though.
cool.
That's
They're not
more, that's
fighting each
more
other.
artistic. That's if you actually could dance and
It's
could
more
move.
cute.
Yeah, that's cool. You're posing together. If you guys train together,
Couples,
the
yeah.
couples. It was big in the 80s,
We spoke about that before. Yeah, it was popular.
Yeah, but that's different, man. But when you put on 2 women that weigh freaking 75,
fighting,
80
no.
pounds each, and you're putting them with a freaking fat bastard behemoth up there, and it's just like, you know what? I don't care what you say. I just think that was just wrong, and the way they promoted it was just, I don't know. They should have had an angle to this. I don't know what angle it was, but there's nothing cute about this, and those women could have really been
Maybe
hurt.
that was a huge bet, you know, it's maybe 1 million bet.
Huge bet. I don't know who put this together, you know. Russian mob boss? I don't know.
Probably.
Damn. That was just
Dana
mean.
White-
I
Dana
don't know, man. I don't
Dana
know.
White recently came. I mean, anything's possible. Dana White recently came out and said that there was a $1 billion market valuation on the slap contest.
Wow.
So anything is possible.
So there's also $1 million market in snuff films. And, you don't see everybody just going around, quick to make one.
By the way, you guys watch? Does anybody here watch Slap outside of social media
not
clips?
watching, no.
Do you ever watch it anywhere?
I don't watch it.
What do you
Never
even
watched it.
I
Never
can
care to
watch.
watch it.
I can watch.
I see it pop up on social media all the time, right? Like
I can watch.
'cause those clips go viral. But
I think the type of people that watch that show or watch the slap contest, people that like probably sit there and watch like, lions and tigers eating like animals and stuff like online. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you could just sit there and just watch that stuff.
People say we evolved because we got freaking all these electronics and we fly and we do all this. But at the end of the day, we're still freaking primitive, because we still like crazy. I think I saw a post today, a woman sleep banging her dog, That's the problem. Once you feed into it, it's kind of like when you give it that viewership, it's kind of like, man, so you want to pick and choose your friends, put that film on, and if he's really into it, it's like, yo, check this guy's basement.
Man, Vic. Well, I guess we'll never see Vic in one of those shows.
Nah,
We were
man.
hoping to see Vic compete in one of those events.
I like horror films for the sheer fact of the art of it and the creativity. But when you're actually salivating at the serial killers on the loose, oh my, I wonder who he is. That's just different kind of light, man.
have you guys seen a movie or heard about the movie called The Terrifier?
Yeah, I know.
It's probably-
Guilty.
It's like a lot of gore.
Yeah, Damien
Know
is
him?
from Staten Island guy, really good guy.
Give it to him, man.
Phil
Give it to him.
Falcone, his producing partner, a good friend of mine too. Shout out to them on their success of that franchise who they just launched. I mean, the movie did like $100 million at the box office.
Yeah, man. I need
Congrats
to check
them.
his basement, man. But, but definitely,
yeah,
I want to know who his makeup artist was, because that was definitely a good makeup artist. I only saw the first 10 minutes. I couldn't.
You
I
stopped
I think most
I
people
noticed
just
my
watch the
kid
first
next to me.
It's a very disturbing movie, right? Very disturbing.
I didn't watch.
Well, it
just
takes a
gore,
lot for me
blood
to
and
get
gore,
this
blood
done.
and-
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us in this week's podcast. Remember, follow us, like, and comment. And if you want to see any of our prior podcast episodes, tune in to iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you stream your podcasts. Until next time, guys.
No, stop. Who are you? I'm the guy that's gonna change your life. Introducing Carnivore. 100% beef protein, 0 sugar, and lactose free, which means it's not gonna upset your stomach like this. You gotta try this. Best part about it is, beef builds muscle, so you're gonna grow. I'm just gonna take this away. You don't need this, man.